educating people about what alpha actually is the first order of business. I think it's time for us to take off the gloves, because I get very nitpicky about this, but when alpha was invented, people used the term type 1 error, and it's not an error. It's an assertion trigger probability. And that has nothing to do with an error. The rest of the world, when you use the word error, one word comes to mind, which is mistake. Alpha has nothing to do with that. And so getting people to realize that type 1 alpha is not a probability of making an error is the first step. In other words, you could say that all along, before we even had our Bayesian push in modern times, all along the idea of alpha was misconstrued. It was not something that I would say is a noble cause. It's not a noble goal. It's a convenient goal when you didn't have computers and you could do stuff. You needed to do something with pencil and paper because assuming H0 makes the model so simple that in some cases you could calculate p-values by hand. It was an expedient thing. And so it was never noble. It was never consistent with how judges need to be judged or decision makers needed to be judged.